So first thing we're going to do is add our emergency fund. I'm estimating that I'm going to put down a deposit of $1,000 for my furnace. I've been given 2 quotes, anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000, and yep, that's how much it can be for a new furnace. I'm going to add the $12 from the life insurance, which I also have a sinking fund for. We're planning on taking that much out of savings, unfortunately. I won't say unfortunately, because at least I have the money to do this. I thank God that I have the sense to save. Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. I am back for another budget video. I'm gonna go ahead and do my bi-weekly budget now that I know exactly how much my paycheck will be in the next coming week. So I am able to go into my employer's website a few days before payday. I can find out exactly how much my paycheck will be, and that's when I go ahead and do my budget. So I'm gonna show that to you guys today. Before I do that, wait a second. I forgot to show you my closeout. So we're starting a new month, and I like to go in and see, how my spending was for the previous month. Okay, so here it is. So I went over with you guys for February. So the first 2 weeks of February, I wrote out everything that I spent, how much I had left, and how much I saved. So I saved a lot in the month of February altogether, because mainly I saved all of my income tax refund. But for the February B though, I did not expense track. It's been, so I decided to skip that step this time and just take a look at what is left. So I am going to leave a $100 buffer in the main account. That's where I do any purchases that I need to purchase online. I purchase with that main account. And then I have $200 in the bill account. That's a little bit bigger, just in case there's a bill that I forgot about, or some expense comes up that I didn't expect. So I keep a buffer in there for that. Sofi had a balance of $9.75 left from gas. I did go ahead and save that to senior year for my daughter. Discover, I went over, I did a bad thing. Most of this is dining out. I went to the mall. I just went a little crazy on Discover. So my goal for this year was never to go over $200 on Discover, but I did a bad thing. So I'm gonna use $26.51 that's in the main account and pay the Discover off. That's probably money that went back to the bank. And then in cash, what do I have left? This is all money from the last paycheck. Essentials has nothing. Shopping has $12, which I'm going to leave. I'm going to roll over that $12. And this is from February B, $12. Actually, I'm going to take these out. I'll worry about that at the end, though. Dining out has nothing left. Entertainment, we didn't spend all of entertainment. It says it has $30. Let me make sure. It does. And I'm going to roll that over too, which means I'm going to leave that in here for next pay period. Miscellaneous has nothing left. So I've decided I'm going to take all of these out because I'm not using them right anyway. I do experiment with different budgeting styles, so sometimes I change, the way I do things, which is pretty frequent for me, because I can find out pretty quickly what's going to work and what's not going to work for me. But it's a good way for people to see the results of each thing that I try. All right, so we're keeping essentials had nothing left, shopping had $12, dining had nothing, entertainment had $30, and miscellaneous had nothing. So we had a total of $42 left in here. So what I'm going to do from now on is just to track right here. That's a sinking funds that I used. I'm going to track right here with just one. And then I'll put in the category and the amount I used. That's what I'm going to do. The whiteout that I just had evaporated. But we're going to put the category here that I spent in. And then what I spent. in this section. That way I can just write what I spent, what category I spent it from in the cash envelopes, and how much I spent. That's really all I need to know. Individually, I just wasn't doing it. So less work for me, the more likely I'm gonna do it. All right, so we're gonna put these to the side. Okay, that is what was left from February. So we saved a total of $5,981.71. Most of that, like I said, is from my tax refund. And then I did get a refund from school for $418 that I did put to the side because I do need to buy a laptop for school. I was using a desktop and it's not. I need something more mobile because I try to do schoolwork wherever I can fit it in, and sometimes that's just not at home. All right, so March A, first paycheck of March. Two things I need to take out. Three things I need to take out. The first is the March calendar, which has all my bills in it. My cheat sheet, which if you haven't seen this video, make sure you take a look. I love this thing. I think everyone should have it. And I'm going to use that, so you'll see that. And then I have the March monthly budget that I did with you guys as well. All right, so now that we have our tools, first paycheck of March was a total of, we estimated $17.75 and it was $17.79. I don't think I've ever gotten that close before. So that, I guess, based on, you know, how much overtime that I've done. It's not always accurate because there's always different variables that affect how much you get paid for overtime with my job. And you don't get paid for a month after you do the overtime. So that's why I do it every pay period. So first thing we're going to do is add our emergency fund, because that money I'm going to have to take out of the savings account for, I'm estimating that I'm going to put down a deposit of $1,000 for my furnace. I've been given 2 quotes, anywhere from $6,000 to $9,000, and yep, that's how much it can be for a new furnace. So I'm going to at least put $1,000 on. I haven't decided about financing or anything as far as that goes, but I will keep you guys updated for sure. And then I know my utility bill is due this month, and it is about $175 more than usual. So I'm going to make sure I use my utility month ahead sinking fund. So I'm going to use that savings as well. So we're already planning on planned sinking funds, which is savings. We're already planning on taking $1,000 from our emergency fund. Oh, that sounds so sad. $175 from our month ahead utility, which I don't mind at all. And I'm going to go ahead and put the $12 for life insurance now. It's not due until April 1st, but I don't like things to be on my mind longer than they need to be. So we're going to add the $12 from the life insurance, which I also have a sinking fund for. So we're planning on taking that much out of savings, unfortunately. All right, but let's see. I won't say unfortunately, because at least I have the money to do this. I thank God that I have the sense to save, because it would be a nightmare right now. All right, that brings us to $29.66 that we plan on spending in the first paycheck of March. And I am a zero-based budgeter, so I'm going to go in order of my priorities down to the least, from highest priority to the least. So I am a zero-based budgeter, which means I am going to make a plan for every single dollar of this money. So you'll see me break that down right now. So we're at $29.66. The first thing that I'm going to take out is my automatic savings, which is $225. And that's a priority for me. I believe in paying myself first. $27.41. And that's right here. So for that, we have $200 goes to our vacation, and these go automatically, and $25 for a car note. I did finally get a chance to update my direct deposit so that these go to the right places. I have done that probably like 30 times since I started this job, but it just makes it easier for me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. They probably hate me, but that's okay. All right, and the next thing that comes out is going to be our Fixed expenses. So for a monthly budget, we said our fixed expenses would be $26.41. So let's see. Before I write, I don't know how much it's going to be. So for the fixed expenses, I know I have to pay the $1,000 from the emergency fund for the furnace. And then we have $350. I know the utilities are due. Insurance. Discover is due within this pay period. Discover. And what else is due this pay period? This is why I keep this. 8 for Amazon. Utilities we already put in there. 8 for Netflix. Phone bill is $70. Student loans, they actually have deferred my student loans because I'm back in school. I didn't ask them to do that, but until I can get caught up on a few things, I'm just going to leave that the way it is. Discover where I already put that in there. And YouTube subscription, $8 on the student plan, and then $415 for part of the mortgage. All right, how much is that? $19.21. So that's $19.21 for fixed expenses. And what I've been forgetting to do is, I'll show you at the end, my bank withdrawal form, $8.20. And that's so that I know what denominations to take out in cash when I do my wallet. And I'll show you that coming up, how that works. Okay, $8.20 is what's coming out. The next thing that needs to come out is our variable expenses, which I budget at $325. All right, so we're gonna put $275 goes to groceries and $50 goes to gas. And I was doing Walmart pickup. I am going to try to find another place to grocery shop. We have all these in a Price Right and Dollar General for like non-food items. So we'll see how this works out and keeping that in the budget. Maybe I'll save more money. Who knows? $4.95. I was never really a Target shopper, so I'm not really worried about that. But all right, it brings us down to $4.95. The next thing that is going to come out is our cash envelopes. And for this pay period, I want to take out, what is it normally? So normally it's $235, but I want to take out $20 extra so I can get a car wash. So that's $255. I know that's backwards, but it works, so I do it. That leaves us with $240. So for the cash envelopes, actually, I can put less. Since I left some in the cash envelopes, I can put less. So cash envelopes, I'm going to leave that blank. So let's see what we have. So we're going to put 20 in allowance. 50 goes into essentials. So shopping normally gets 50, but there's 12 in there already. So that leaves us with 38 to put in shopping. Then we have dining gets 75. Entertainment usually would get $20, but it doesn't need anything actually because it has $30 in there. And then miscellaneous gets $20. So, and then we have I want to do a car wash. Which I'll probably keep this in the bank. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how much this is. 20, 50, 38, 75, 20, and 20. That's only $223. So that's better. Here you are. I do have a school break coming up in mid-March, so I'm hoping I can get caught up on a few things. And give you guys some more detail. 495 minus 223. So I can get back on my goals because I definitely fell off, which I had a feeling that this first quarter of the year would be a little bit difficult because of going back to school. This is my first semester. So while I'm still trying to get into a routine, it's been a little bit, I've been off of my game, but that's okay. So $272 is what we have left. And then I have my always fund. So I have our priority items that I want to make sure get some money. So on the low end of our paychecks, I would put 170 in. Since I have a little bit more, I'm going to put, let's put 235. Let's see, that brings us to $37. All right, so $235 is gonna go to our always fund, and let's see where I'm gonna put those. So this is just savings that I have that are priorities for me. $235 is gonna go to, I'm gonna put $50 in home decor. I should really say home maintenance because I need to fix up some stuff. I'm gonna put that in home maintenance. Decor just has to wait a little longer. 3 for my daughter's clothes. 30, not 3. Let's see what else we can use. Let's put $75 into her senior year. Normally it'd be $65, but since she doesn't need anything in the beauty envelope, that's $75. I get $30, and I probably put that to my birthday. And then let's put the last, should be $50 into home emergency. And that's my cash envelope that I keep. I'm just gonna put a little cash $sign for what I need to actually pull from the bank. Yep, all right, that's that. And then we have $37, which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put the entire, oh no, there's 2 things I can do with this. So let's see. So this is our other sinking funds. So the non-priority stuff. So I'm gonna put $30 in our month ahead utilities to kind of replace what we took out, which really I could just use less, but we're already at this point. And then I have a slot for $7 to go into my 100 envelope challenge. So let's do that there. I just figured that will work. I tried to do that last time and then I ended up taking out too much. All right, so we're down to a zero-based budget. So what I was talking about is my cash withdrawal form. So this is March. I have not been using this and I feel so bad, but this type of budget can be a little bit timely. It is important, but I just have not had the time to be as thorough as I like to be. All right, let's see. This is the form that I usually use so that when I take it to the bank, I can take out the right denominations. All right, so for cash, we're gonna take out allowance, essentials, then we're gonna take out, that's for the cash envelopes for my wallet. And then we're gonna take out home emergency, that's cash, that's $50. That's the only sinking fund right now that I have in cash. So I have these binders. I took everything back to the bank before I started classes so that I can save a little bit of time on payday, and also so they can gain interest. But I also need to take out this $7 for the 100 envelope. All right. That's 203 for the cash envelopes, and then that's 57 for the rest. So we should be taking out a total of $260. So I'm just going to break down what I want to put in each envelope. 480, and 1 is 50. All right, so let's make sure this adds up to 260. It does. So that's what we're going to be taking out of the bank, and this is for March A. So what I do is I take a little slip. Either I take the little slip with me to go to the bank, or here's a little slip I can take to the bank. I just printed these off Google, so print it off Google and cut it out. Try not to pay for things if I absolutely don't have to. 4 is 80, and then one $50 bill, $260. All right, and then I put this in my wallet. That way, when I go to the bank, it's nice and easy and ready to go. Just smack myself in the head. All right, I am going to be going to eventually in spring, maybe at the end of March. All right, here we go. Maybe at the end of March, I am going to go. I'm going to bring back my pink wallet. Yeah, I'm going to do that. All right, so I'm just going to slip this in here so that when I go to the bank, I can just pull this out and take the money out. And that's it. We have our budget down to a zero-based budget. Feel free to ask me any questions if you have any questions. Yeah, do that. What are you most excited about for spring coming? So I know some people don't get all the seasons. I'm in New York State, so we definitely get all of the seasons. Feel like we have winter for a long time. That's what it feels like. But spring is coming. It's getting brighter early in the morning. It's staying brighter later at night. The birds are chirping. Oh, I love it. I love it. So I'm excited about being able to go out for more walks in the spring. And, you know, be able to sit out on the porch and hit the birds and read. So I can't wait till it gets a little bit warmer outside. All right, that's it for me today. I really appreciate it. I want you to always remember it is about progression and not about perfection. Thanks for watching and happy saving. Bye.